another very passionate voice to join the chorus now, fresh from his presidency of the CBI, now vice president of the CBI, founder and chair of Cobra Beer. Please do give a very warm IGF welcome to Lord Karan Bilimoria.
Thank you.
Yeah, if you stand up here, that's perfect.
Thank you very much. And it's absolutely fantastic to be here. So I'm just going to make a few opening remarks. India at 75, an ancient country, an ancient civilization, and yet such a young country. I remember when I was a boy in India, born and brought up in India, went to university in India first and graduated at the age of 19 before I came to study over here in the UK. I dreamt of that closed, insular, inward-looking, protected economy one day opening up. I just not only dreamt that, I believed it would happen. And look at the serendipity of it. My business career, founding Cobra Beer in 1990, is almost coterminous with India opening up as an economy in 1991. And in these 3 decades, I have seen India open up, expand. It has been absolutely phenomenal. And I'm proud, and I'm boasting. At Harvard Business School, they said, be confident but not arrogant. Be ambitious but be humble. Be ambitious. So ambitiously, I say, I'm proud to have created a household name, Cobra Beer, in this country, that everyone in this country, from Northern Ireland to Wales to Scotland to England to every corner, whether it's in the rural areas or in the city, everybody knows and loves Cobra Beer, an Indo-British brand that I'm so proud of. So today, India. India is now on the move. India is on the move. We are 1% of the world's population over here in the UK. India is 17% of the world's population. Next year, the CBI forecasts the UK growth to be a mere 1%. And I'm saying that we need to be ambitious in the UK and have a growth target of at least 2.5% to 3%. But what are the forecasts for the rest of the world? Eurozone, 2.3. America, 2.4. Japan, 1.7. China, 4.5. And the fastest growing of the major economies in the world next year in 2023 is going to be India at 6.5% growth. So here we are, the 5th and 6th largest economies in the world. Phenomenal. And now we've got this free trade agreement, a free trade agreement that I think will power our relationship ahead. But look at how things change. India's on the move. It was just a few years ago that India only had 9 bilateral free trade agreements with any countries in the world. Today, there's an FTA with the UK being negotiated, an FTA with the EU being negotiated. India is on the move. And as president of the CBI, I'm so proud to be the first ever Indian origin president of the CBI, the first ethnic minority president of the biggest business organization in this country ever. Indians are now reaching the very top in this country. You've just seen a cabinet minister, one of the great officers of state here, and there are more of them. Our Chancellor Rishi Sunak, our Attorney General, the head of climate change, our ambassador and chair of COP26, Alok Sharma. I could go on. We're at the top table of this country, where more and more Indians are running the biggest and most successful companies in the world. Now, one of the things that came up in Preeti Patel's discussion just now was students. I'm proud, as a former international student myself, to be chair of the All-Party Parliamentary Group on International Students. How we pushed for that 2-year post-graduation work visa. I personally initiated that in 2007, 2008. It was taken away in 2012. Boris Johnson brought it back on my mother, who was also an international student's birthday last year on the 1st of July. And now we've got the 2-year post-graduation work visa back. And what's happened as a result? The number of Indian students is rocketing. We set a target of 600,000 international students. In spite of the pandemic, we've beaten it. And now I've set a target of 1 million international students. And here's my prediction. Chinese students have forever in this country, in recent memory, been the largest number of international students by miles. I predict very soon Indians will overtake the Chinese and be the largest number of international students here in the UK. And with the free trade agreement, which we're going to be talking about, as president of the CBI, I worked with the rollover of the 69 bilateral agreements from the EU and other countries, including Japan, including Canada. We got those over the line in time, and I worked myself personally get the Australia Free Trade Agreement, a new one, the New Zealand Free Trade Agreement, a new one, and now in the midst of the negotiations of the India Free Trade Agreement. Let's make it the most comprehensive free trade agreement possible. The Australian one is very, very comprehensive. Let's make it as comprehensive as possible. That's my ambition, and let's get it done this year. So to conclude, I think we've got a great opportunity. I took part in a session which was led by Grant Thornton, who produced their latest report on the Indian diaspora over here just yesterday. And in that, we championed and thought about the 1.5 million people like me, the living bridge between the UK and India. And here's an idea for my friend, Professor Manoj Ladwa. Let's have the India Global Forum. Let's take it to another level. One of the ideas from that session that I put forward is let us have an India Global Forum festival in India. A festival in India that will bring together young Indian entrepreneurs, bring together universities, bring together the government, bring together the Indian diaspora around the world, especially from this country, the 30 million people. And let's go there. Let's celebrate India's success. Let's make the connections, and let's take things to another level. This is Pravasi Bharati Divas. Let's build on that platform, but do it in a projected way with business and entrepreneurship and universities, powering India ahead. India is on the move and is unstoppable. Thank you.